Thought the guys came out, did a tremendous job there in the first half. Really good 20 minutes of basketball, both ends of the floor. Thought we were able to control the tempo, winning the war on the glass. But at the same time, I thought in the second half, first 5 or 6 minutes, SMU came out and played like the type of team that they are. I thought they did a great job of controlling the tempo. We weren't as patient, possibly as we needed to be that first 5 minutes in the second half. But you certainly have to credit them the way that they played. They knocked down shots, made great defensive plays, rebounded the ball, played extremely well, and that was pretty much throughout the second half. But you have to credit them, great basketball team, and an opportunity for them to move on in the NIT, but very proud of our basketball team.
Were you surprised by the shooting performance of Nick and Nick? I mean, they score a lot of points, but their percentages tonight, Nick Moore goes 6 of 9, Russell goes 6 of 8.
Yeah.
Were they more accurate than you anticipated after scouting?
No, I thought they did a great job. They did really good in terms of moving the basketball around. We know they're very capable shooters, and you can include Frazier in that group as well. I thought he did an excellent job of stretching the defense and making some big threes. So you really have to credit their ability to stretch the defense, knock down the threes, and I thought they were very confident in shooting the ball. But I think anytime you allow them to become a confident basketball team there in the second half, in the first half, we had the ability to kind of control the tempo. In the second half, they became a little bit more confident, and we didn't do a great job of sustaining the effort that we needed to prevent them from making plays like that.
How did they take control of the tempo, Johnny? Because that did seem to happen pretty quick in the second half.
Well, they're a very good defensive basketball team all year long. They've been holding their opponents in the 30s. We shot 50% there in the first half. In the second half, we weren't as patient. We probably took a couple of early shots. They were able to feed off of it, and they knocked down some shots they got on the break, and then they were able to make some easy plays at the basket. When they didn't get layups or dunks, they were able to stretch the defense, knock down some timely threes.
What did they do to kind of spring more? I think Anthony said downstairs they held screens longer and seemed to give him some more time. Did they change anything just to give him the looks and some chances to create some offense for himself?
Well, I don't think they must have, what they obviously said, they must have been able to hold the screens long. We didn't get to them like we needed to coming off the screens. Wanted to make sure that our post guys did a great job of hedging high hand, making sure that he played up over top. But I thought he did a good job of making plays. He's an excellent little guard. He's done a tremendous job of reading the defense and making the right plays and the right passes, and have to credit him for the type of basketball IQ that he has in the way that he plays.
How important do you think it was to be able to get all that energy early and jump on them, considering I think they're 16-1 at home coming in?
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of had, was that a point of emphasis?
Well, the point of emphasis was making sure that we came out and weren't on our heels, that we came out and played extremely hard early. I thought our guys were able to do that. I thought we played that way really throughout the half. But we're not at a neutral site. They had great atmosphere here tonight. They were able to really feed off of that. We wanted to make sure that we tried to do a great job of not allowing them to get off to a great start, and we did that.
Coach, can you put the season in perspective at this point, or is it too soon to really kind of reflect on the season?
Well, I can say I'm very proud of our basketball team and our approach, and they're no undefeated teams in basketball. We've had our setbacks just like everyone. At some point this year, I'm really proud of this basketball team. They continue to bounce back, work extremely hard in practice, try to improve and get ready for our next outing. And throughout the season, they've been able to do that, and to get into postseason play, win 20 games, and being able to compete at the level that they did all year long. I'm very happy and excited with this group of guys.
How about the state of the program going forward?
I think the program's in tremendous shape, and I think you have to credit our seniors as well for that. We've had some tremendous guys. When you talk about Andre Springer, who becomes the second all-time leading three-point shooter in history of the school, and the way that he's really conducted and carried himself. And you look at Siobhan Coleman, our other senior, who's done a tremendous job for us, and then the group of freshmen that we're able to go out there on the floor with, and the other guys that are out there in the recruiting class. So I would have to think that our program is in tremendous shape, and they're excited about the guys that have been a part of this program. And these guys really set the tone that allowed these young guys to really come in and want to be a part of something special.
What about, along those lines, what about the younger guys who now have decisions to make? you have a plan on when you're gonna sit down and talk to them and?
Yeah, here in the near future, I think it's, really important to do that. We've got a great core of guys, and I think they understand the program that they're in, and there are some decisions that certainly needs to be made, and probably meet with Johnny O'Brien very early on, trying to find out, really visit with him about his future, because that's important for those guys moving forward. We want them to make the best decisions for them and their family at the end of the day.
For the two players, obviously you guys play in some very big, loud arenas. Moody isn't as big as some of the arenas you guys play in, but can you talk a little just about the environment, the volume, whether it affected any of the on-court communication you guys did?
It was a great environment. I think they did a great job of, bringing their fans in. We played in tough environments, but this is definitely a great hostile environment that we witnessed tonight. I think our team did a decent job of playing through all the adversity around.
Johnny and Jordan both, can you talk about what this game, the good and the bad, can do for you now moving into next year with the guys that experience this?
Well, anytime you have an opportunity to play extra games, which we were able to do in postseason, I think it really helps and really benefits your team. And our guys have an opportunity and had the ability to win a game on the road there at San Francisco, come into this environment. And when you bring a team in here, and we have a tremendous conference. We played on the road and in some unbelievable environments, and to be able to do that in postseason play against a team that we had to have a different scout for, the adjustments that we had to make, wanted to make sure that they were able to compete at a certain level. I think this springboards your guys, because now they can understand what it is to be in postseason play and been on someone else's floor. This is not a neutral site again. This is on someone else's floor that you're trying to survive and advance against a very good top 20 basketball team that possibly should have been playing in the NCAA tournament.
Jordan, what did you learn from this?
Like Coach said, it's big for us just to make it to postseason play with the group of guys that we have. We got some great players, and Johnny O'Brien, Andre Stringer, Siobhan Coleman, and just being able to, like Coach said, we're playing on someone else's court. It's not our home; it's their crowd. It's going to be loud, so of course they have the advantage already of coming off. But it was big for us just to make it this far.
Coach, you mentioned Johnny O'Brien. In the days leading up to this game, Coach Brown was very concerned about his ability in the low post. Can you talk a little about his performance and about what SMU did to try to contain him defensively?
Well, I thought Johnny did an excellent job. He's become more patient in the post when he's had the basketball and create opportunities for the guys around him. It's not all about him scoring, and he has the ability to do that. And he's a tough out, and a lot of defense is designed to really stop him. And I thought more of the same tonight. They didn't come with the double early. I thought he did a good job making a pay. Unfortunately, got a couple of fouls on him there early, and we had to possibly sit him there for a little bit in the first half, and a little bit more there in the second half as well for long stretches. But I thought he had a really good game and such a power post and a great presence out there on the floor for us.
Jordan, this is for you. I know you're going to be one of those guys facing a decision. What does this postseason, this run, this result tonight do to factor into your decision come back next year, seeing the potential that the team has, or what role might it play for you having to sit down those couple weeks?
It's a big role, of course. Playing with this group of guys, I love playing with the guys that we have on the team. I'm going to miss, of course, Andre Stringer, Siobhan Coleman. I'm going to miss those guys. But at the same time, we have other guys coming in and guys that we already have here. So it's just something that I'll have to sit down with Coach and talk to my family about and just make the right decision.
Johnny, going back to Big Johnny, Andre and Johnny both mentioned that the faster pace kind of took him out of it a little bit in the second half. Did you seem like that was by design for them?
For them?
Yeah.
No, I think once they wind up making a couple of shots and got ahead, we had to extend their defense, which allowed them to get the ball over the top, make some easy plays, stretch the defense, had some looks at some threes, and it knocked them down. And it was a lot tougher for us to be effective, more sort of half-court defense for them.
Trey, can you do a couple of things in one question? One, kind of sum up your feelings on your career and, the ride that you've had. And also, after that, talk about the future, especially with guys like, Jarrell and Jordan come back.
It's tough for me. It's been a long ride. Nice 4 years. Experienced a lot of things. Being at LSU has helped me tremendously a lot. I can't even explain it. The people I've met, coach, just the LSU family. took me in, and I've learned a whole lot. These guys, I'm gonna definitely miss them, coaches, staff. But you know, moving forward, I know those guys do great things. We have a great core, great guys coming in, and it's only positive things for LSU now. And you know, now that I'm leaving, I think you know that's something I can be happy about. You know, obviously just sad this is my last game, but you know, I'll be around.
You guys leave it all on the floor tonight? I mean, how do you feel about y'all's effort?
Definitely, I think so. I mean, we came up on the short end, but I don't think we came up on the short end as far as effort. We played as hard as we could. You know, they made shots. They executed more. You know, some things we didn't do as well as we normally do, but for the most part, as far as effort goes, I think we gave 100% effort.